Hello and welcome to another episode of DockDogs TV. I'm your host, Jim Zelasco. Thanks for tuning in. In this episode, we have something brand new called dog tech that we're going to look at a little bit later. And also, we're going to talk with Grant Reeves. He's the president of DockDogs. In every episode, you guys email me some questions. I pick 2 or 3 of them and I take them straight to Grant and we get the answers for you. But right now, based on the popularity of last month's interview through Skype with Craig Haverstick at SoCal DockDogs, I have another interview for you in a segment I'm now calling Interview with a Dock Star. Okay, it's another Skype interview here for DockDogs TV, and I am here with Erica Jones from Rocky Mountain DockDogs. Hi, Erica.
Hello, good evening.
So, Erica, tell me about your dock diving team. You are Team O-Dog.
Yes.
How did you come up with that name?
The name came from Otis and I. We went to our first competition, and everyone just kept asking me over and over and over what breed Otis was. And since Otis is mutt on mutt on mutt, 5th generation mutt, we jokingly nicknamed him an O-Dog. And so people would say, "What breed is this?" And I would say, "It's an O-Dog." And then people would stop asking me questions.
Looks like you're having a lot of fun with Otis lately. He's getting some big jumps out there for you, isn't he?
It has been a blast. I'm so lucky to have such an amazing dog, obviously, and he has led me down these incredible paths, meeting amazing people. Even at 6.5, he just keeps getting better and better, and which just makes it more and more fun. So it's amazing.
Well, that's great. That's great. And Otis is a rescue, correct?
Correct. I adopted him from the Denver Dumb Friends League, and he was 9 weeks old. He actually was in foster care, so he really was never in the shelter. We got him straight from foster care, but he was a rescue.
Okay. All right. And you got another dog last year, correct?
Yes. In April of '09, we got a second dog. His name is Kirby. He is some sort of Vizsla mix, we think.
He's another rescue, right?
Another rescue. We got him, we estimate he was about 1.5 years, so he's just hitting 2 about now, and he has recently participated in his first national event with me, and with a score of 12 feet.
All right.
He's the champion of belly flopping in our house.
So that was your very first DockDogs event with him. What was that?
Yeah.
That was the event recently right out there in Denver, right?
The International Sportsman's Expo in Denver, but
Okay.
he did jump with my husband in Avon in August.
Okay, all right. How did you like the Denver event?
And I love the event because it's at the perfect time of year when you're jonesing for a DockDog event.
Right.
It's been a couple months since the season ended, and everyone is so ready to start DockDogging, and we're lucky enough in Denver to, I think we have the very first one of the year. So
You may have. I think you did, yeah.
Yeah, so that's awesome. We've got some great club members who, help make the indoor event the best it can be by bringing some sod for the dogs to use. And then the staff did a really good job this year of making us feel welcome. And
Great.
Of course, as we saw the equipment, we had trailer number 1, a newly revised trailer, it looked really good. Everything was painted up nice. And the new timers are awesome.
Yeah?
The big clock, it's right at the top of the stairs when you come up, so it's at the back of the dock.
Okay.
And it's really neat. You can at any time look up and see where your time's at.
So when the clock ends, it doesn't do the wah 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 sound or anything like that, right?
It makes an audible beep.
Okay.
But nothing that hurts your feelings.
It wasn't entertaining then. All right. Yeah, I would have went for the. Oh well, that's me.
And it also really helped with practice too, keeping practice moving.
Okay, so Erica, tell me about Rocky Mountain DockDogs. You are their treasurer, correct?
Yes, I am the secretary-treasurer of Rocky Mountain DockDogs. We had great founders, with April, Heather, and Tracy getting it started a few years ago. And they worked so hard, and then last year, it just all came to fruition. The club itself doubled in size. Everyone really rolled up their sleeves, worked hard, gave a lot of their personal time and effort. And then we have so many great new members and new dogs joining every day. And we had one new dog, Kathy Willis and Rowdy, that started midsummer, and they even got an invite to Worlds. And they just, we have so many, even myself, last year was my first full year of dock diving, and I got to go to Worlds. And
well, good. I hope that luck continues. And then you have some events coming up, or at least an event coming up this year, correct?
This year we've added a third event. It's going to be in April. It's an indoor event, so it's our first time as a club having an indoor event, and it's the Colorado Springs Pet Expo. It's April 21st and 22nd. As a competitor for an indoor event, my biggest thing is bring twice as many towels as you would normally bring.
Okay.
For some reason, it always seems to be a little cooler, and your towels just don't dry as fast, and it's always so important that we dry our dogs off well and prevent anything we can, such as swimmer's tail or anything like that. And just to come and have fun and understand that indoor events are a little bit different, so you might have to have a little extra patience, but nonetheless, we'll make it a good time.
All right, great. Yeah, all the events, are indoor or outdoor, they're always a good time.
Yeah.
And it's just because you're playing with your dogs and your friends. What more do you need?
Absolutely. We have such a great club. It's so much fun.
So, Erica, what do you think about a lot of the new things besides the dock that are happening in DockDogs? There's a new Iron Dog division, new EV division. What's your perspective on those things?
I'm really excited about the new changes. I was lucky enough, obviously, to have Otis, who was great from the beginning and highly competitive. But now that I have my new rescue, Kirby, it's exciting to be really competitive at the lower divisions. I'm really excited about the new Iron Dog divisions because we have a lot of Iron Dogs in our club.
Mm-hmm.
That, our club is very deep in talent, so it's great to have a new division for them to be competitive with another group. So I think it's really just revitalized a lot of our club members and longtime competitors who maybe didn't have a 25-foot dog, but still can compete in everything. So I think the new Iron Dog division is great. It revitalizes their energy to come back and stay competitive in the sport.
All right, I'm Skyping with Erica Jones, Rocky Mountain DockDogs. Erica, I really appreciate your time, and thank you for spending your time with me here so we can put out this interview for DockDogs TV. I think everybody enjoy getting your perspective on the new dock and about learning about your dogs and learning about Rocky Mountain DockDogs.
Well, thank you so much. It was a true pleasure, and maybe next time you can come out here and interview us in person and enjoy our beautiful Colorado.
Would definitely love to do that. I'd be looking forward to that.
It would be fun.
I really enjoyed my interview with Erica. Her passion for the sport and her club really shows, as well as how much fun she's having. Hey, I got something brand new for you right after these messages. Hey, if you're all about dog dock diving and enjoying the program that you're watching, then be sure to check out similar programs from Precise Video Productions. PVP's series called Dock Diving Tales evolved from the old Dog Dock Diving Events video review series that ran last season. This updated version has 3 distinct formats. The Special Features version covers just about anything from fun videos to unique information. The Memory Lane series looks back at events from years gone by. And the staple of the Dock Diving Tales format is the Event Review. It's where I recap an event that I attended with pictures, video, information, and details for anyone that's interested. You can find these videos and more on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and type in Precise Video Pro and look for the PVP symbol. Or if it's easier for you, latest videos are also often linked over to our Facebook page. Just type Precise Video Productions and request to join today.
Dog hair not included.
Welcome back to DockDogs TV. Right now I got something that I want to kind of take this new segment here and I want to pepper it in once in a while. Not every episode, maybe every 4, 5, 6 episodes. And of course the topic will change or the subject will change a little bit, but it's called Dog Tech. I think it's pretty cool. It's something I'm passionate about in this first segment here. I've always had a curiosity or interest in, but I want you to know I am not a doctor nor a veterinarian. This is strictly my opinion. It's Dog Tech. Check it out. Okay, so one of the things that have always fascinated me is how dogs see, dogs' vision I mean. You know, they have a wider angle of vision, they don't see the same colors we see, and that's why I came outside here, because it's going to be easier to illustrate this. And what I've done is I've made a line across the yard here from the one end of the fence to the other end of the fence, about straight, and that is 180 degrees, and that's about what a human sees. And then I've taken my triangle here, and I've gone ahead and I've added 30 degrees to each side of it, to give me 240 degrees of what a dog sees. Then we're going to take the camera and I'll take some measurements here, and we'll set up one height at a human height at about 5'4". That's an average human height, and then another one at about 2 feet for a dog's sake, about the height of a large breed dog like a lab, a GSP, a golden, something of that nature. And then I'm going to project on the screen here for you some of the different angles and how, at least the way I think things look.
Okay, so let's review this again because I don't want you to confuse me with the camera. I'm facing the camera, but it's the camera that's actually facing the right direction to provide the perspective that I'm attempting to illustrate. Looking at it all from above, here is the left side of the fence. Here is the right side of the fence. This red dot represents the camera, and it's looking in this direction, towards the back of the yard. So imagine that the camera is a person. This yellow line is to represent the 180-degree peripheral vision of your average human, essentially straight across. Now imagine that the camera is a dog facing the same direction. These purple extensions that angle back are to represent a 240-degree peripheral vision of the average dog. Compared to humans, it looks like dogs can actually see behind themselves. Alright, we've established the angles and the direction of view, so now here is basically the average human's field of vision. Please note that while we do see items to the extreme left and right, it's only by familiarity that we recognize what they are. You can't hold a book out to the extreme extents of your peripheral vision and read it. At least I can't. And I suspect it's the same for a dog. Not the reading part, but about recognizing things at those extremes. Now here's my interpretation of how a dog sees the exact same thing. Keep in mind, this is not accounting for their vision below, or especially their vision above or up, which I suspect is much greater than our own. But I have attempted to account for a few other items in this illustration. Notice the colors. Notice it's sort of blurry after about 20 feet. Technically, according to what I've read, it should all be blurry in this picture, since the only object in this picture less than 20 feet away is snow on the ground. Also notice that the tree way off in the center seems to come back into focus. This too I've tried to mimic according to my readings that indicate that dogs have something like a tunnel vision and are able to focus better on a single object in the distance than its surroundings. This illustration, if correct, really surprised me. I almost started to feel bad for my dogs because overall, it doesn't appear that they can see very well. But let's not forget that dogs more than make up for any perceived vision deficiencies with hearing that's way better than humans. And of course, smelling on a level that I don't think we could even comprehend. And don't forget their ability to see at night 4 times better than a human. Here's an example. You may have to move your head around a bit to even see this or be in a dark room, but if this is what we see at night, then here is what a dog sees. That's pretty impressive. Now again, this is just my interpretation of how I've read things and understand them. But let's not also forget that a dog's communication process between their eyes and their brain work on a slightly higher frequency than our own. This is more difficult to illustrate and would take a lot more time than I'm prepared to put into it. But as I understand this part of the process, and thinking in terms of milliseconds, you could actually say that a dog can see your own hand move before you can see your own hand move. I'll let you look into that one yourself.
So there you go, there's something new that I'd like to add in every once in a while. DockDogs TV continues to evolve, so it's going to be changing and tweaked here a little bit every time. If you have any comments or suggestions for DockDogs TVs, any compliments or any criticism, you can email me right here at this email address on the screen. And while you're at it, every episode I pick 2 or 3 questions that you email to me for Grant Reeves at DockDogs, and I take them over to the DockDogs main office and we get some answers for you. In fact, I gave that segment a name. It's now called Worldwide Time. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to do some Worldwide Time this episode and answer some more of your questions. And I think you're going to like this one. It's about your benefits as being a worldwide member. We decided to try and do this outside because it's February, early February, and it's almost 50 degrees out today.
Just got back from the Suncoast DockDogs Florida facility event at Aquadogs, and it was 85 and 90 degrees, and while 50 degrees is feeling warm to you, it's not that warm to me, trust me. It was a great event down there in Florida.
Grant, one of the questions that actually I've put off a little bit that came in a while ago that was sent in to me to ask you was about members' benefits. And one of the reasons I put this off a little bit is because I know you guys have been working up to this day here, getting this information out. And right now, I have a pretty extensive list of the members' benefits that I think that the people would like to hear.
Well, yeah, actually, you know, that's a good point, Jim. We've changed the membership benefit program this year to not only include some of the things from last year, but to include some new things. And I'm not going to go into the big detail on them, but kind of give you an opportunity. We've actually put a value on, or an evaluation on the membership benefit. So just take for an example, if you only attend 2 sanctioned DockDogs functions or events, and you only participated in 2 events or 2 waves of those 2 events per year, the value is at over $150 already and growing. And to give you an example, you know, the venues have been pressing us really hard for the DockDogs people when they go to the events to pay the gate fees at these fairs and festivals, and we've been pushing back and saying no. So what we've done is we're not going to just make it generalized anymore. It's going to be a benefit of being a DockDogs member, and we're going to fight for the membership in that instance. So example, when you show up at a venue this year, flash your membership card and you get free access. Okay. So that's one aspect. That's a benefit. You know, again, it's usually $10 to get in a gate, right. So that's a $20 benefit right there of the $50 membership.
I'll cut you off for a second. I don't know if you can answer this. Does that include parking?
Parking is something that is venue by venue. I mean, some of it's free parking, some of it's not, and unfortunately, we don't control the parking. And you know, the other opportunity, just to give another example, is, you know, the online ERS system. We're really excited about this new ERS system. It gives both you as a competitor the ability to register and track all your dogs in one location, and at the same time, we can track all that information and better display it for you. So it was a very large investment, and it has to come somewhere. We don't want to raise the waive fees any more than we already have. We've only raised them once in 5 years or 6 years that I've been involved, and we don't want to have to do that. We can't charge venues any more money or lose events, so we're really trying just to manage the system, and with inflation and the natural cost of living going up, we look at the membership being what it is. In fact, we've actually lowered the membership if you look at it. The membership, the more you compete, the more benefit you get, and the more dogs you put in, the lesser the cost per dog. In fact, with your annual membership, you get the first dog free. So really, you actually pay for your membership in your first dog opportunity, because the old system used to charge you for every single dog. Right. The big thing that the people need to understand about the membership, and we've seen this as part of a challenge that we have to get better in communicating, is you, Jim, had 3 dogs. You competed with 3 different member numbers. Each dog had its own, or each team had its own member number. Jim and 1 dog, Jim and 2 dog, and so on. Now you have a unique handler number for you. So if you've ever competed in a club event, or you've ever competed in a DockDogs national event at all, and you're in the system, then you have 1 unique number now with all your dogs consolidated under that, both past, present, and future dogs.
That's great. So I just go in and I just 1 number I put in, doesn't matter which one of my dogs I want to register.
Absolutely. And it's very important to understand, I reiterate, if you've already competed, you need to go and retrieve your password. If you've never competed in DockDogs, then you need to get a new one. And people are making mistakes. They're registering 2 and 3 times trying to get a number, but they're already in the system with those old member numbers. So it's one unique handler number now. There's a couple other really unique benefits. The normal tracking your titles, issuing your titles, tracking your rankings. If you're not a member, you're not going to be tracked or ranked. You get free access to 2 or 3 memberships, depending, or 2 or 3 events, sorry, depending on whether you're a member or not. If you're not a member and you sign up, you're going to continue to be getting direct access to the system. The store, the DockDogs store, we've never done this before. Starting in March, as a member, you'll receive a $5 coupon. So annually, that could be up to upwards of $60 discount to buy stuff in the DockDogs store with that coupon. Household membership. The more dogs and the more people in the household membership now, the cheaper it is. Before, we used to charge you for individual members and individual dogs. Regional championships, that's replacing the national championships. You could never go to the national championships unless you're a worldwide member. Now, you have to be a worldwide member to go to any one of the 4 regional championships on the North American continent or in the UK. One of the things that I wanted to mention was a couple more key points was, the insurance. Most sporting events that you go to, they'll charge you an entry fee plus a insurance fee. It might be $1, $2, $5, $20 for the insurance of the event. Our insurance rates, well, they've maintained a pretty good program for us for the last 6 years. They have gone up, but we've never increased it. The reality of it is, you get the benefit of $2 million worth of liability coverage and $3,000 worth of medical coverage, depending on the event. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, if something happens to you. But now you're not paying an insurance. You're covered in the competition area or during competition. So that's a huge benefit that people don't understand that we pay for and we've never charged out of. We've made it part of the membership rather than charging people. Facilities, our new sanctioned facility program, all of the facilities coming online have agreed to give worldwide members the opportunity for discount rates at training and pool time and practice time. The People's Choice Awards, that's one of my favorites at the end of the year. We've always opened it up to the public for anybody to vote. Heck, we've had people who have never tried DockDogs voting for People's Choice Awards. No more. You need to be an active member. It's got to be a legitimate program. You've got to be a member to vote for somebody within the DockDogs community. So that's all going to change as well. And you know what? The year-end membership lottery is staying in there. If you're a member, you get automatically entered in. People have won annual membership. So it's a pretty cool thing. I don't know, Jim, there's so much to say, and there's a whole lot more coming. I mean, we're going to continue to add to it.
That's great. That's a great deal of things, and I'm glad we had this opportunity to get this out there, because I know, like I said, it's been one of the questions that have come along. Why should I be a member? Well, there you go. I mean, if that's not enough already, with more coming.
One more thing we forgot: the early bird opportunities.
Oh yes,
it's the most important one.
I agree.
And we see this both at the club level events and the national events, is early bird registration. People don't realize they show up on site, there's no opportunity to get involved because either the general public or people from other areas have come in and taken all the spots. Well, now, if you're a worldwide member, you have 2 opportunities. One, all worldwide members will get a closed, open pre-registration opportunity for them. So they'll get a timeline where nobody else can register unless you're a worldwide member. However, if it's a club event, and you are a club member and you are a worldwide member, you and your club members will get an opportunity even before the rest of the DockDogs community, then the DockDogs community, then the general public.
So my club has an event. I'm worried I'm not going to get a wave in it because I'm either, notoriously slow at that or procrastinating. I will have an opportunity by, I guess there's going to be a special code or something like that where I get so many days where I can register because I'm a club member with my club before anybody else, and then after that, the same thing as being a worldwide member.
Absolutely. Your club executive director or membership person will send out a secret code or a password to you that you can utilize during a selected or predetermined time period by the club. In addition, if you've missed that opportunity but you're still a worldwide member, you will get that worldwide member opportunity before it fills up with the rest of the general public.
Wow, that's great, and I really like that early bird registration thing. I think it's a positive move forward. I really do.
It's cool. We're excited about it. We're excited. 2012 started out to be a great year, and we're excited where it's going.
Excellent. Well, thank you again, Grant, for spending some time with me and taking this opportunity to talk with everybody that watches DockDogs TV. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Can we get out of the cold sun?
It's not that cold. Come on.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks. There it is, another episode of DockDogs TV in the books. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed putting it together for you. And I look forward to seeing you on the dock.